Hello and welcome to the Fall 2018 orientation with Virtual Virginia. My name is Sarah Warnick and I'm the instructional supervisor with the program working with both students and faculty. Today, as we get started, let's first talk about what Virtual Virginia is. Virtual Virginia is the Virginia Department of Education's online program. Whether you're a returning student or taking a course with us for the first time, we're looking forward to working with you. We've designed this orientation to help get you started and to make sure that you have a successful experience with us. Today, we'll talk about the Virtual Virginia model for courses, tips for student success, the Virtual Virginia Honor Code, the late work policy and early warning system, where you can go to get help, the Genius Student Information System where you'll log in, the Canvas Learning Management System where your courses are housed, as well as some important dates for your cohort. First, let's talk about the Virtual Virginia model. Virtual Virginia is designed to provide students access to courses through our supplemental program, as well as the full-time program. Some students may be taking just one course, or they may be taking a full load of courses. Our curriculum offers access to 90 courses. Among them are AP courses, core courses, and elective courses. The courses are media-rich, incorporating video and interactives, as well as regular, more traditional assignments. Students have 24/7 access to our courses, so whether they have a designated course period for the class, or whether they're taking it completely outside of the traditional school day, students will have 24/7 access to their courses. Students do have the autonomy to control the pace at which they move through the course content. This gives them the ability to go back and revisit lessons, to review videos again and again as they need this. Courses are designed with regular due dates. They are paced throughout the year, whether they're taking them on the 18-week block or the 36-week full year course schedule. Student dates for assignments, due dates will be clearly posted in the course calendars, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Finally, Virtual Virginia courses are not fully asynchronous. They do offer the opportunity for live sessions with their instructors. Some of these will be group sessions, as well as the opportunity to schedule one-on-one live sessions with the instructor for extra help. Live sessions are an important component of Virtual Virginia's program. Some of the tips for student success include logging in daily to the course. And if students are on an alternating A-B schedule, this may mean logging in every other day. Regularly logging in is important so that you can access the course material and make sure that you're working a little bit each time you log in. Regular communication with your teacher is also important. Students should plan to return emails and phone calls from their teacher in a timely manner. It's also important to be proactive about reaching out when you need help. Students should plan to organize the time they spend in the course. They should allow time for reading the course content, interacting and watching the course videos, as well as completing their assignments. Again, assignments are clearly listed in the calendar for course pacing, and students should respect those deadlines. Following the course pacing as it's designed is the most effective way to help learn the material. And finally, students are encouraged to participate in the live sessions and to be actively engaged in their courses. Student and parent handbooks are available on the Virtual Virginia website. By clicking on the main option, Student Parents, you'll see a page just as this in the graphic. Course access is also there at the top. You'll have the information for the Virtual Virginia Help Desk for technology questions, and then the handbook is offered at the bottom. Both students and parents are encouraged to take a look at the handbook for the policies and procedures. One of the first things that students will do as soon as they log into their courses is to complete the Student Policies and Procedures Agreement. All of the information that they are agreeing to is laid out in the parent and student handbook. Now let's talk a little bit about the Honor Code. Virtual Virginia students are required to fully commit to academic integrity. And this means they agree to this set of expectations. They're expected to verify that the work on each assignment is his or her own. Some assignments and courses will involve collaboration with a classmate, and those will be clearly designated in the class assignment. Students may not plagiarize, they may not allow others to copy their work, and they may not misuse content from the internet. Students are expected to fully abide by this set of academic integrity expectations. Now let's talk a little bit about late work and the EWS. The EWS, or Early Warning System, is an email that goes out to students, parents, and stakeholders at the local school when a student grade drops below 70%. Parents and students and stakeholders can always log in to see what the grade is through Genius, and we'll talk about where to see that in just a moment. The Virtual Virginia Late Work Policy is universal to all Virtual Virginia courses. Work that is up to 1 week late receives a deduction of 15%. 2 weeks late is a 30% deduction. Work over 2 weeks late is accepted only at the discretion of the local teacher, and any request of changes to the course pace must come from the local school counselor. If a student knows that they need to make an adjustment to the course pace, they should contact their course instructor and work out an alternate pacing plan. It's always best to plan to work ahead. Who is your support network? Students have a wide support network. They can always reach out to their Virtual Virginia instructor for assistance, sometimes even on tech issues. There is the Virtual Virginia Help Desk for technology support, and all students have a designated local school mentor. This mentor will serve a function of not only proctoring tests, but also helping to ensure that everything is working properly for that student. The mentor has the support of also reaching out to the Virtual Virginia instructor and the Virtual Virginia Help Desk. Now let's talk about where students will log in. There's a single sign-on through Genius. When students log in and pull up the Virtual Virginia webpage, the login will automatically bring up a screen like this. Through this login, students will be taken to a dashboard, and I'll show you a picture of that in just a moment. Students will receive their login information from the local school counselors. So if you have not yet received that information, please make sure to get in touch with your counselor on the first day of school. If, for any reason, students forget their login and password, they can click at the bottom to retrieve the password. They can do that either by providing the username or the email used at registration. Now let's dive into Genius. Once you log in, this will take you to the dashboard. The dashboard provides several options for seeing a snapshot of where students can go and some options over on the left-hand side. Through the dashboard, students can quickly send messages to their teacher. They can send a message to the help desk. They can find out course information, including contact information for their instructors. They can see an academic snapshot, which provides activity updates, the grade book, as well as the school calendar. By clicking on the Messages option, this is a quick and easy way to send a message to your teacher. It's automatically populated at the top. Students can enter their own subject and then the body of the message, and then by clicking Send, it automatically goes to their instructor. This is a quick and easy way to access or to contact your instructors. To access the course from the dashboard, you simply click on the live link that's in the middle of the page. Students taking multiple courses will actually see a list of live links, one right after the other. By clicking on that link, it takes you directly into your course in Canvas. Before we show you what that looks like, let's talk a little bit about some of the recommended browsers. Canvas works for anyone using Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Explorer 11. We do recommend that students use more than one browser because sometimes browsers will behave a little bit differently with the interactives and videos. So if for some reason you find that something's not working perfectly, simply try another browser. For example, I use both Chrome and Safari. When you get into your courses, you'll notice that they're divided into the main course homepage, where you'll also see access to the modules, which is your course content. Student work will include assignments, tests and quizzes and discussions. Those are all accessed through the modules. There is a quick access to student grades, and there's a calendar for each course that shows the due dates. So by clicking on that live link that's on the Genius dashboard, it takes students directly into the course homepage. This is an example from the geometry course. You'll see some announcements up at the top and the course banner and some information underneath that. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see a white navigational bar. This has a couple of options. Home will take you to this course homepage. Modules will take you into your course lessons. Grades is a quick access to your gradebook, and then the announcements will take you to a larger view of the announcements that are housed at the top. Over on the far left side, you'll see a blue navigational bar. That's the universal navigational bar for Canvas. This has a main dashboard, so if you're taking multiple courses, this is a quick and easy way to go between the courses that you have. If you click at on the option to take you to the main dashboard, this is the view that you'll see, and you can quickly and easily navigate between multiple courses. Again, in modules are divided into your individual course modules containing the lessons and activities that you'll need to complete. It's very easy to navigate between those module lessons by clicking on Previous or Next. These options are at the base of the page for each lesson. The gradebook is easily accessed through the course navigational menu. And again, the students will see there once they complete an assignment, they'll see the score that they've earned out of the total number of possible points. And they'll also see the due date for that assignment. Due dates are accessed as well through the course calendar, and so the students can click on that calendar option at any time. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the end of course tests. SOL and AP exams, as well as other certification tests, are administered through the local school according to the local school schedule. So any questions about those tests should be directed to the local school counselor. Virtual Virginia does require students to take a final exam for each course. This is not the same as the SOL or AP exam. Although some local schools may exempt final exams, Virtual Virginia does require that each student takes that final exam. This is worth 10% of the final course grade. As we conclude this webinar, I'd like to review a couple of important dates for cohorts 1 and 4. First of all, we have the open house webinar, which is August 8th. Login credentials will be available to local school counselors starting on August 10th, and the first group of cohorts 1 and 4 will begin on August 13th. Some important upcoming dates are Labor Day on September 4th, which Virtual Virginia is closed. Students retain full access to their courses, but they won't have access to contact their Virtual Virginia instructors. And finally, the first semester ends on December 14th, 2018. Please take note of some of the contacts. Our Director of Instruction is Tom Landon. Again, I'm the Instructional Supervisor, Sarah Warnick. Schools will need to maintain contact with our Registrar, Tavy Young, with any questions about registration or enrollments. And finally, for support with the Technology Help Desk, we have Chris Wyatt. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. Should you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out.